In the heart of Africa, where the sun kissed the land with warmth and the nights were adorned with the songs of crickets and the whispers of ancient trees, lived a young girl named Lade. She hailed from the small village of Ayaru, nestled between the rich forest and the expansive, shimmering lake known as Omioba. This lake was not just a body of water but the lifeblood of the village, providing sustenance, livelihood, and a touch of the mystical to the community. Lade was different from other children in her village. From a young age, she had an affinity for water that was both profound and mysterious. While other children played and swam in the lake, Lade would sit by its edge, her feet dipped in the cool waters, and listen. The villagers often saw her talking softly to the water, and although they were curious, they considered it the harmless play of an imaginative child. But Lade's connection to Omioba was far from imaginary. She possessed a secret gift, the gift of the waters. This gift allowed her to communicate with the water spirits, who revealed to her the hidden knowledge of healing. With this power, Lade could heal wounds, cure illnesses, and even bring comfort to troubled souls. Her hands, when wet with the sacred waters, could soothe the deepest pains and heal the gravest of injuries. As Lade grew older, her gift became known to the villagers. It started with small incidents: a cut on a playmate's arm healed overnight after Lade washed it with water from Omioba, an old woman with a persistent cough found relief after drinking Lade's special concoction. The whispers of her abilities spread, and soon, people from neighboring villages began to seek her out. Lade, with her kind heart and gentle spirit, welcomed all who came to her. She spent her days by the lake, her hands often wet, her voice murmuring soft incantations, and her eyes filled with the wisdom of the waters. The village of Ayaru prospered, and its people were healthy and happy, thanks to Lade's miraculous healing. However, not everyone was pleased with Lade's growing fame and the reverence the villagers had for her. Among those who harbored envy and resentment were some of the village's older healers and herbalists, who felt their own practices and knowledge were being overshadowed by Lade's gift. They whispered among themselves, their hearts darkened by jealousy, and began to plot against the young healer. One of the most vocal among them was Yemi, an elder healer who had been respected in the village for decades. Yemi could not bear to see her influence wane and was determined to discredit Lade. She gathered others who felt similarly and began to spread rumors about Lade's gift. They claimed that her powers came from dark spirits and that she was a danger to the village. The seeds of doubt began to take root in the minds of some villagers. They started to avoid Lade, no longer seeking her help and whispering behind her back. Lade, sensing the shift in their behavior, felt a deep sadness. The waters of Omioba, usually so comforting, now seemed to reflect her sorrow. One day, a young boy from the village fell gravely ill. His parents, desperate for help, brought him to Yemi, who tried all her remedies but to no avail. The boy's condition worsened, and in their desperation, his parents turned to Lade. Lade, with her heart full of compassion, agreed to help despite the villagers' growing mistrust. She took the boy to the lake, and as she had done many times before, she called upon the water spirits. The waters glowed softly, and Lade washed the boy's body with the healing water. By morning, the boy was cured, his fever broken, and his strength restored. Instead of gratitude, however, the villagers' fear and suspicion grew. Yemi, seeing an opportunity, accused Lade of using dark magic to manipulate the boy's illness for her own gain. She claimed that Lade had caused the boy's sickness in the first place to make herself appear as the savior. The villagers, already influenced by the rumors, turned against Lade. They demanded that she leave the village, accusing her of witchcraft. Lade pleaded her innocence, her eyes brimming with tears, but her words fell on deaf ears. The people she had healed, the friends she had known all her life, looked at her with fear and anger. Heartbroken and betrayed, Lade had no choice but to leave Aero. She packed her belongings and, with a heavy heart, set off into the forest. As she walked away from the village, the waters of Omioba whispered words of comfort and guidance. They told her to travel to the great waterfall of Oluife, where she would find answers and the strength to overcome her trials. Lade's journey was long and arduous. She traveled through dense forest, across wide rivers, and over rugged hills. Along the way, she encountered various challenges: wild animals, harsh weather, and treacherous terrain. But with each step, she felt the presence of the water spirits guiding and protecting her. One evening, as she rested by a small stream, she met an old woman named Morankeji. Morankeji was a wise and kind soul who lived alone in the forest. She invited Lade to stay with her and offered her food and shelter. Grateful for the companionship, Lade accepted. As they spent time together, Lade confided in Morankeji about her gift and the betrayal she had faced. Morankeji listened intently and then shared her own wisdom. She told Lade that true strength comes from within and that the purity of her heart and the sincerity of her gift would always prevail against darkness and envy. Morankeji also revealed that she was once a healer in a distant village and had faced similar trials. She had learned that jealousy and fear are powerful forces, but that love, compassion, and resilience are even stronger. She encouraged Lade to continue her journey to the great waterfall of Oluife, where she would find her true destiny. With renewed hope and strength, Lade continued her journey. After several more days of travel, she finally reached the great waterfall. The sight was breathtaking, a majestic cascade of water tumbling down from great heights, surrounded by lush greenery and vibrant flowers. Lade could feel the powerful energy of the place, and as she approached the waterfall, she heard the water spirits calling to her. She knelt by the edge of the pool at the base of the waterfall and dipped her hands into the cool, clear water. Closing her eyes, she whispered her prayers and felt a surge of energy flowing through her. The water spirits revealed to her the ancient knowledge of healing, giving her even greater abilities and understanding. But they also warned her that her journey was far from over. She would need to return to her village and face those who had wronged her. Only by confronting her past and standing up for herself could she truly fulfill her destiny. With this newfound wisdom and strength, Lade made her way back to Aero. The journey back was quicker, her steps lighter and more confident. When she arrived, she found the village in disarray. Many people were sick, and the crops were failing. The villagers, having driven away their most gifted healer, were suffering. Lade's return was met with a mixture of relief and apprehension. Some villagers were overjoyed to see her, while others, still influenced by Yemi's lies, were wary. Lade, however, did not let their fear deter her. She went straight to the village square and called for a meeting. Standing before the villagers, Lade spoke from her heart. She recounted her journey and the wisdom she had gained. She explained that her gift was not one of darkness but of love and healing. She urged them to let go of their fear and envy and to embrace compassion and unity. As Lade spoke, the water spirits manifested in the fountain at the village square, their presence undeniable. The villagers watched in awe as the waters glowed with a soft, ethereal light, and they began to understand the truth of Lade's words. Yemi, seeing the villagers' change of heart, tried one last time to undermine Lade. But the old healer's lies were no match for the truth and the power of the water spirits. The villagers turned their backs on Yemi, realizing that it was her jealousy and fear that had caused so much suffering. With the support of the villagers, Lade set to work healing the sick and revitalizing the land. The crops began to flourish once more, and the village thrived under Lade's care. She taught the villagers about the importance of love, unity, and respect for the natural world, and in time, Ayaru became a beacon of harmony and prosperity. Lade's journey had been one of trials and tribulations, but through it all, she had remained true to herself and her gift. Her story became a legend, a tale of resilience, love, and the healing power of the waters. And as the years passed, Lade continued to heal and teach, her heart always open, her spirit always strong, and her bond with the waters unbreakable. Lade's story teaches the importance of compassion, resilience, and staying true to oneself. It highlights the destructive nature of jealousy and envy while emphasizing the value of wisdom from elders and the healing power of nature. The narrative underscores the significance of community, unity, forgiveness, and continual learning. Lade's spiritual connection and faith provide strength, while her integrity contrasts with deceit, leading to her ultimate vindication. The story also advocates for respecting diverse healing practices and the positive impact of empowerment through knowledge.